Recordings, though? I don't know. I guess we're live. Okay, we're live. We're in the green room. We're going to Davos. We have people jumping in all over the place. I'll bring you guys back in later. All right, cool. I'll get you off. All right, cool. All right. We're in the back room. We're going to start. But if you're watching, we're live here at Davos. It is 8 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central European time. And, of course, we're going to kick this off. So I'm going to do the count real quick, and we'll kick off DisrupTV. So here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome. Hey. Thank you for joining us on a special edition DisrupTV from World Economic Forum Davos 2026. My name is Vala Afshar. I'm the Chief Evangelist at Salesforce. I'm joined here with my co-host, CEO, founder of Constellation Research, and best-selling author of Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Wang, who's at his 10th, if I'm not mistaken, Davos event. Welcome, Ray.
Hey, thanks a lot. And this is amazing. Of course, Vala Afshar, my co-founder, co-host, inventor of DisrupTV. More importantly, he's the author of multiple books, including Boundless and what else? A new book that's coming out. Can we talk about that? No, we're not going to talk about that. So, and of course, Autonomous, which is hot at the moment, #1 seller on Amazon, and a book you need to read, especially here at Davos. If you don't have that book, you don't know where Autonomous is headed. So, but without that, we're going to jump in. We've got some special guests, and of course, we're here live at the World Economic Forum at the Cognizant Chalet.
Yeah, the theme for World Economic Forum 2026 at Davos is a spirit of dialogue, focusing on fostering cooperation, broadening perspective, and finding solutions for global challenges, including geopolitical shifts, AI's impact on work, climate change, and economic inequality through open exchange and public-private partnerships. Leaders from governments, business, luminaries, authors, they're all convened at Davos. Again, this is Ray's 10th Davos, and the pillars that make up the dialogue, spirit of dialogue, there are 5: cooperating in a more contested world, unlocking new sources of growth, better investing in people, deploying innovation responsibly, and building prosperity within planetary boundaries. So we have our guests. Ray, if we can have our guests introduce themselves, and I'll let you orchestrate the dialogue as we learn more about your learnings over the past 3 days at Davos.
Oh, yeah. No, let's go to Mark. So, Mark, Kat, introduce yourselves, and then we'll jump in, and then we're going to go to the next set of guests.
Yes, hi. Mark Minevich here, and welcome, everybody. I'm talking to you from Davos, Belvedere. Just had a marvelous session with Ray just minutes ago. I am president of Going Global Ventures. I'm also a strategic partner of Mayfield. I do a lot of work in strategy, in artificial intelligence, dealing with governments and financial institutions. And I'm here to discuss in Davos specifically to understand the geopolitical situation, how it impacts artificial intelligence.
Wonderful.
And the best-selling author of Planet Powered by AI. Good to see you, Mark.
Yes, indeed.
All right, Kat, welcome. Dr. Kat.
Hi, thank you so much. So I'm Dr. Kat. Is it? Do we need to fix this? Okay. Sorry, 1 second.
Keep going. We'll take the echo out. Go ahead.
Can you hear me okay?
I've muted Mark. Go ahead.
Well,
jump in. So.
I can't hear anything. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. We muted Mark, but that's okay. I'll bring Mark back in. That's where the echo. You guys are close.
Yeah, we'll use one audio. We're sitting.
Yep, jump in. So.
Oliphant. I'm Associate Director at Going Global Ventures and also previously data science professor. So really excited about all of the AI and really seeing how it's implemented to, make a difference in all these companies and for humanity.
All right, well, let's go some quick questions. Mark, what do you learn so far from Davos this year that was different than last year? You come here all the time as well. You talk to global leaders at FII. You go to some of the major events around the world with some of the top AI scientists. What's happening right now?
Yeah, what's happening, Ray, is I think we're seeing right now the world is on a precipice of something major. You just feel 2026, something huge is happening, not only in technology, but geopolitical. Just it's almost like everything is breaking around the world. Our international collaboration, our systems, the way people think, directions. It seems like the world is shifting very, very fast. And people came here to really get a grip on what's really happening and what should they be doing in businesses, enterprises, technology, political, security. People want to connect. I have a feeling just being in multiple sessions just today and yesterday that people are looking for common ground. They're coming here. They want to form the community, the bond. They want to have faith in something. They think everything is just breaking apart and AI is taking over major parts of economic GDP value in US and globally. And people just feel, okay, if we're here, we talk about positive direction about where humanity is moving. They also want to bring attention that Europe has been really a little bit stale, but now it's shifting, it's changing, and it wants to find its common cause, not only just on regulations and compliance, but it wants to focus on something really positive that they could bring a strategic direction to the world. So I think this economic forum, unlike others that I have attended, Ray, that you have attended, it is very, very unique because I think people are seeing geopolitical risks, which are very huge, security, defense systems. There are people figuring out, how do I protect myself? How do I protect my sovereignty? What do I do? What are the policies? What are the regulations? And here they're trying to come to terms that there are some people, experts, that are going to help them, and they're going to help their institutions, and they're going to stabilize their environments in some way or another. So it's an exciting time to be here, but I think people have to brace. In 2026, they got to brace that this is going to be a very, very, very tough year, both geopolitically, technologically. Things are just going to develop that in a way, as you mentioned, Ray, exponentially, that people are just not able to catch up.
Got it. So, Kat, you were just in the middle of a debate, Team AI versus Team Humanity. What did you learn?
Oh, I need to hear. Can you please repeat the question? Sorry about that.
Yes. You're just in the middle of a debate, Team AI versus Team Humanity. What did you learn?
Oh, it was so incredible, being a part of that debate. I think one thing that I really learned is that, kind of like Mark said, everybody is really wanting to come together here. Even with the debate, we found so much common ground, and we are no longer having this conversation so much about, should we be using AI or how to, just use it in day-to-day life. It's how can we really use it to advance humanity and have humans be more human and take care of those elementary sort of tasks. It was also really exciting. We got to, listen to Ray Dalio yesterday. He spoke at TCP House. That was also really interesting. He made that comment of whoever wins the technology war is going to win the geopolitical war. And I feel like we see that sentiment even with the debate of everybody saying, okay, we all need to embrace this new technology. How can we empower ourselves and work together? So even with the debate, it was so exciting, but we still found so much common ground.
Definitely there.
A question for both of you in terms of how we can better invest in people. World Economic Forum shared the Future of Jobs report from 2025 and beyond, and it revealed that 1 in 4 jobs are likely to change in the next 4 years. And a pretty staggering number, 39% of current skills will become obsolete. Based on this year compared to last year's collaboration, dialogue, and presentations that you were a part of, do you see evidence that both the public and private sector is working more closely together to build an upskilling, reskilling, and a more resilient workforce when it comes to embracing, adopting, and using AI for betterment of humanity?
Yeah, Vala, I think you hit the word resilience. everybody is taking that word seriously, resilience, right now. And the resilience, most importantly, I read that report, and I think this report is actually a little bit more conservative. I think a lot of jobs are going to shift around. We are still struggling to understand both blue collar jobs and white collar jobs, both sides, because of the discussions of humanoid robots. I'm hearing this at various plenary sessions that jobs are going to shift around. And what corporations are saying, that they don't have good reskilling programs. They want to invest in it, but they don't have them at the moment. But lots of shifts are happening. The most important thing that I think Kat has alluded to, Ray Dalio's session said something really, really important. They're talking about that the shifts need to occur with younger people. We don't necessarily have an answer of people graduating top universities, where they're going to go, what the jobs are going to look like. And because of this, they're looking for something else. And honestly, when I was at the Abraham House today, there were representatives from the U.S. State Department, a number of people who are in the faith business, rabbis, and what they felt something really unusual. They felt that the younger people, because they don't have those types of reskilling and retooling, they're looking for socialism to solve all those problems, which is really concerning. So you're right, we gotta focus on how do we bring those levels of resilience in corporate environments, and also public and private partnerships. But so far, we're in the beginning stages of this, and we got to do it very fast because everything is shifting around us.
This is great. Hey, thank you for your insights. We're going to keep following up throughout the week. Lots of stuff happening at Davos. You guys are catching the security angle, the geopolitical angle, more importantly, how AI is impacting the world. So, hey, thanks for being on. So, thank you so much.
All the
Mark.
best. Thank you. Bye. Take care.
Yep. So, very cool. All right. Now we've got another guest here. We got Dr. Christian Lindmark. We got Aaron. Come on over here. We're going to catch up. We're going to get a little conversation about what's happening in terms of the world of healthcare AI.
Dr. Ray, I appreciate that. I'm not one.
You're a doctor too. Well, Stanford Healthcare is here in a big way, but Stanford is also here in a big way at Davos. Let's talk a little bit, do some quick introductions.
Yeah, hello. I'm Christian Lindmark. I'm the Chief Technology Officer at Stanford Healthcare in the Stanford School of Medicine.
Hi, I'm Anurag Rabri. I run the AI program at Stanford Healthcare. I'm part of IT as well.
Yeah. So one of the things that you guys have been saying, like, tell us what's hot, what's going on, because you are in like the Hale meetings, you're in like the Stanford MIT Center, you're doing the thing at the Dome. What are you talking about at Davos this year that was different than last year?
Yeah, great question. So yeah, we were here last year and it was a wonderful opportunity. But I think what we've seen in this last year is that solutions are actually coming to market now. Last year there was a lot of discussions, but now we're bringing them to market. And not only are our vendor partners doing it, we're developing some really cool tools internally at Stanford Healthcare, and we're helping lead and drive that market forward. And we're really excited about that. And Anurag and his team developed a tool called Chat EHR. And Anurag can talk a little more about that and what we're doing to help our staff and doctors at the health system.
Yeah, so I think last year, Christian, when we were here, we saw most people were doing proof of concepts, trying to figure out how to use AI. Like there was a lot of curiosity. Now people are talking about how to scale AI and how to get value from it. And that's where I kind of feel very reassured. That's where we are. We are actually the Chat EHR platform, which is enabling AI in clinical workflows. We're actually starting to now measure the value. We've rolled them out. We're trying to measure the value. And I think we're going to share a lot of that at the Imagination in Action Dome, some of the results of that.
Take us forward to end of 2026. What do you forecast would be percentage of employees at your institutions using AI on a daily basis?
Yeah, so I think, I don't think that's how we are thinking. If you look at a healthcare system, there is a lot of access problem, right? We don't have enough doctors to serve the patients and population. So we're focusing on the toil they have to go through in an information-rich environment, how to get data together, and then the physicians can focus on decision-making and taking care of patients. That's what our focus is with a lot of these agents. So for example, if you're treating a cancer patient, right, for a specific kind of tumor, we have these things called tumor boards, right? And that there is usually a board is a cross-functional team of clinicians that come together and make recommendations as to how to treat the patient. To put all that information of that patient together, some of it is in our hospital system, some we actually get from their previous history. That usually takes like a week or two to put all that stuff together, right? We've developed an agent that we just launched like a week ago that can do it in the matter of minutes. And so now they can actually get ready for the patient much faster, and which means that they can actually see more patients. That's how we're looking.
This is great. I mean, healthcare is being augmented. You're doing it in the ancillary services. You've got it in the back office. It's all happening there. Any interesting announcements, things that you want to share that's coming up next event-wise?
Tomorrow at the Dome, the MIT Dome, we're presenting there, talking about some of the work that we're doing again at Stanford. Big discussions there tomorrow all day long. So if you're in the area, you can show up at the Dome, come see the event there. We're excited to present.
Christian Aaron, thanks for stopping by. I know how busy you
Thanks
are.
for having
Thanks for
us.
being here at the
appreciate
debate.
it.
So appreciate it.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great.
Being,
Yes, we're gonna
being
bring
able to
Travis.
being able to remove informational silos and streamline the flow of data so that physicians can, again, improve their decision velocity is incredible.
All
Incredible.
right. Dr. Travis, please introduce yourself. This is Vala as well. Hop in.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Vala. Dr. Travis Oliphant. I don't really use the doctor up here. I'm a founder and chief architect of Open Teams, as well as managing partner of an open technology incubator and venture funds.
And one of the biggest things that we're happening is talking about trust, talking about what happens across all these agentic systems. What's your point of view? What are you seeing? What are you learning? And what are you building?
Yeah, great. Well, trust is so important. What I see here, especially at Davos, is it's a mix of so many viewpoints. One of the key strengths of an organization like this is it brings together people from all over the world in a gathering you don't see other places. This is why I learned that last year when I first came. I said, I need to come again. My background is in bringing people together in open source communities to create technology that changes the world. And that is basically an asynchronous version of what happens here in real time at Davos, and people coming together, learning about each other and the issues. We are seeing some trust issues this year. Basically, people are kind of saying, wait, why do we really see things eye to eye? I thought some of the things we thought together, maybe we're thinking differently about. This is actually an opportunity for people to leverage the power of the technology ecosystem that's before us, that has been created by this shared, trusted open source ecosystem over the past 50 years to own your data, construct the data, take the data you own, and build sovereign AI systems. The costs have come down. Last year, we were here talking about the potential for building and owning your own AI. It was seen as still, oh, that's too costly. It's never going to be possible. Over the past year, we've seen the costs for doing that come way down. So it is accessible. Now, it still might not be accessible to a family or to a small company, but it is to organizations. They can actually start to think about training and or fine-tuning their own models. We've seen open source models come into there. So we're here helping people build and grow their enterprise AI capability, where they're in charge of their data and in charge of their AI.
Right. We only got a few minutes. We're going to be kicked out here in a little bit. They're switching out sessions, but jump in. You got a quick question, Val, on your end as well?
No, I'm just delighted to hear that there's a greater emphasis on trust and trust building through community building. That's really the only way to tackle the convergence of uncertainty that's around us, and not just technology uncertainty, just all of the tariffs, wars, future of work, and so on. So it's great. That's a great message to share.
We can't solve all that, but we can keep working together, building technology in communities.
All right. So what do you want to get out of Davos this year?
Just
10 seconds or less.
Keep meeting new people, finding out users and use cases that enterprises have with their data and the lowest hanging fruit to build their own enterprise AI hub.
Terrific.
Thanks for really appreciate it.
Great to be here.
All right.
Bye.
All right.
Thank you.
So we're going to bring one on special guest. I don't know if she's ready to come. No introduction needed, but we're going to make introductions anyways. So look at this. We got Sandy Carter.
Hey guys, I'm Sandy Carter. I am the best-selling author of AI First, Human Always, and the Chief Business Officer of Unstoppable. So great to be here again.
Good to see you again, Sandy. Tell us what you're learning at 2026 Davos, and what's different from this year compared to last year. I know you're a regular attendee.
Yeah, this is my 8th year. I'm not as many as Ray, but 8 years, in the making. It's been really interesting. I think what I've been learning is a lot about enterprise. I spent time this morning with Bank of America, with Scale AI, with the Mayo Clinic, listening to their real use cases and understanding what they're doing and what they're not doing. So for example, the Mayo Clinic was talking about how they're consolidating all of this healthcare data down to like 10 points after the AI reads 200 pages per patient. but they still need the doctor in the mix. At least today they do, right? I thought that was really interesting. The other interesting thing I brought here that people seem to be fascinated with is that only about 15% of information has been digitized. And that's what LLMs are being trained on. So that other 85% culture, ethics, government, all those things, judgment are still not in an algorithm. And so I think that's really important as we were thinking about LLMs and their accuracy. Come on back in, Rennie. Is just to think about only 15% of that data has been digitized today and trained with LLMs.
You're speaking at a lot more events this week. Tell us where you're going.
Oh, wow. So I'm really excited because on Thursday, I'm on a panel with the CEO of Time Magazine. It's on AI. I'm also with Yayumi, who runs the Women in Tech Global, which is really cool. And I'm hosting the Unstoppable Women of Web3 and AI on Thursday morning. We're already almost sold out for the event. So I'm so excited about that.
You're sold out.
Sold out, yeah. Well, I got to get Ray in there. So that's why I'm not sold out yet. But we have just a lot of interesting things happening. I've got another panel with the TDE, and that's on the ethics of AI. And is there ROI doing ethical AI, which, spoiler alert, there is.
All right.
The answer is yes.
Hey.
Really appreciate. Love having you here.
Thank
You are unstoppable. You are unstoppable.
Oh, thank you, guys.
Real quick, we're going to bring Jim Harris here 1 second and 1 minute, and we're out of here. So we're going to be throwing. Let's come in here. They're doing a changeover. Jim, you've come to a lot of Davoses. This is Jim Harris, one of the top influencers in the world. What's going on here that's different from last year?
So it's already been talked about. Proof of concept around AI was discussed a lot last year, and really its implementation. And I interviewed the head of AI for Ernst & Young. They've spent $1 billion on AI on their 400,000 employees.
Wow.
This was from CES. The case was really interesting. They had a 46-hour risk management process they run for their clients. And so they took the team that had designed it and taught them about AI, and they got it down to 32 hours, which is great, a 20% reduction. But then they took people who'd never been involved in the process, like total newbies, but AI first newbies, and different risk management people. And they got the process down to 15 minutes with fresh minds. And then they said, oh, maybe we've been too aggressive. And so they came back and added some verification and double checking, and it ended up at 6 hours. So here, look at this. We can't pave the cow path. We have to come from blank first principles and say, how do we reinvent processes with AI?
You're learning a lot here.
42 days to 6 hours.
We're going to come back to you later in the week. We're going to do another one probably on Thursday. We've got to run out of here, but I want to thank Cognizant Chalet for all their help here. And of course, broadcasting here. We did the great AI debate. Hopefully it gets published out there. You're going to see more about that. We had 100 people here in the room. Well, I got to run. So
Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mark. Thank you all.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Bye-bye.